Hello students, in our previous video we studied about the Kirchhoff laws, at the same time bridge balancing, that is a Wheatstone bridge balancing condition. Wheatstone bridge balancing condition. In this video right now we are discussing about the how to find out the effective resistance in case of the balanced Wheatstone bridge and in case of the unbalanced Wheatstone bridge. At the same time, by using the Kirchhoff laws, how to determine the effective resistance in case of the cube. All these we are discussing right now one by one. So first of all, in case of the balanced Wheatstone bridge, how to find out the effective resistance? So here is question number 1. Here 4 resistors are there. This is the 10 ohms resistor. 5 ohms, 10 ohms, and this is the 20 ohms, and this one is the 40 ohms, and here this is the 1 ohm resistor. Find the effective resistance across AB. Find effective resistance across AB. Or effective across AB. Yes. So here first of all try to observe, is the given circuit is the balanced Wheatstone bridge or unbalanced Wheatstone bridge. So observe, this is the bridge. Here P is equal to 5 and Q is equal to 10, R is equal to 20 and S is equal to 40. Means P by Q is equal to R by S. Circuit, that is the 5 by 10 is equal to 20 by 40. So 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2. Compulsory, this is the balanced Wheatstone bridge. In case of the balanced Wheatstone bridge, the current passing through the 1 ohm resistor is equal to how much? Current passing through the 1 ohm resistor is equal to, that is the 0. In case of the Wheatstone bridge, we studied that bridge balancing condition. In that situation, we are discussed that is when current passing through the galvanometer, that is the Ig is equal to 0, then the bridge is said to be balanced. Here is also the current passing, right? This is the P by Q is equal to R by S, means this one. In this resistor, no current is passing through the 1 ohm resistor. Current is not passing through the 1 ohm resistor, means potential difference at this point must and should equal to the potential difference at this point. Okay, so here P by Q is equal to R by S, means the current passing through the 1 ohm resistor is equal to 0 amperes. So means this is nothing but the fake connection, that is the fake connection. So in that situation, remove that fake connection, that is remove this 1 ohm resistor. Here this one is the 5 ohms resistor and this is the 10 ohms and this is the 20 ohms resistor and this one is the 40 ohms resistor. So observe right now, this is the point A and this is the point B. Here right now these two are in series and these two are also in series. So when these two are in series, effective resistance here, effective resistance is equal to, both are connected in series, effective resistance is equal to R1 plus R2, that is the 15 ohms, and here effective resistance is equal to 20 plus 40, 60. This is the point A and this is the point B. Therefore, R equivalent is equal to R effective, or maybe R equivalent is equal to. So right now both are connected. These two resistors are connected in the parallel combination. Therefore, effective resistance is equal to R1 R2 by R1 in case R2, in case of the parallel combination of the two resistors. In case of the parallel combination of the two resistors, expression for the effective resistance R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. Therefore, R equivalent is equal to 15 into 60 by 15 plus 60, that is the 75. 1, this is the 5 times and 12. Effective R equivalent is equal to 12 ohms. Here effective resistance is equal to 12 ohms. This is in case of the balanced Wheatstone bridge. That is in case of the balanced Wheatstone bridge. In case of the unbalanced Wheatstone bridge, how to solve that problem? Okay, we will discuss that one also. Okay, right. So this is the balanced Wheatstone bridge. In case of the balanced Wheatstone bridge. Next one is how to use the Kirchhoff laws in case of the in case of problem number 2. Here we are taking one cube. This is the one cube. Here 12 resistors. 12 resistors are connected like a cube. Yes. This is the first resistor, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, seventh one, eighth resistor, ninth, 10 and 12. 12 resistors. These are the sides of the cube. Here all the resistors are the equal. Resistance of the each one is equal to small r. Resistance of the each one is equal to R. Yes, sorry, that is also R. So find out the effective resistance. That is find out the effective resistance across the AB. Across the AB. That is nothing but the cube diagonal. That is the cube diagonal. Find out the effective resistance across cube diagonal. Okay? Yes. In case, not only this one, in case they may be asked, find out the effective resistance across CB, or maybe they want to find out the effective resistance across AC. So process, we are learning the process, just try to observe. So generally in these cases, first imagine the one battery here. Imagine one battery here. So this is the voltage is equal to V volts. 3 amperes current is passing through. That is the starting from the positive terminal of the battery. When this 3 ampere current is approaches this junction, I am taking this is the junction 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5. Okay, yes. This is 5. And this one is the 6. Okay, yes. So when this 3 amperes current is approaches the junction 1, the current, equal current is passing through the all the resistors. I amperes current is passing through the first one, I amperes current is passing through the second one, I amperes current is passing through the third one. So when this current approaches the junction 2, I by 2 current is passing through this resistor. I by 2 current, again I by 2 current is passing through this resistor. Similar process, here when this current is passing through this resistor and approaches this junction, current, this one is the I by 2, here is also I by 2. I by 2 and I by 2. So here, next one, this current is approaches this junction, here this is the I by 2 and here this one is also I by 2. Try to observe these two currents. This is the I by 2 and this is also I by 2. Both are approaches this junction and current passing through this resistor is I amperes. Similarly, current passing through this resistor is the I by 2 and this resistor is also I by 2. At this junction, total current is equal to I. I is the current passing through this resistor. Same situation. Here this is the I by 2 and this one is the I by 2. At this junction, total current becomes I and that is the passing through the resistor. So what is the current starting from the positive terminal of the battery? Same current is approaches the negative terminal. Means this is also 3I. 3I. Right now we want to find out the effective resistance across the AB is equal to how much? Effective resistance across AB is equal to how much? Yes. For this one, just we apply the Kirchhoff voltage law for this loop. Just we apply the Kirchhoff voltage law or Kirchhoff voltage law for this loop. For this loop. So try to observe from here onwards I am starting. Yes. From here onwards I am starting. That means for the loop 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, B, 5, 6, A. 1. For this loop 1, 2, 3, 4, B, 5, 6, A, 1. For this loop apply the Kirchhoff voltage law. Apply KVL to the loop for this loop. So when we are applying the Kirchhoff voltage law, what is the potential drop across this resistor? Potential drop, that is the I into R. So here I by 2 is the current, R is the resistance. Potential drop is equal to I by 2 into R. For this loop, that is the minus I into R. Next, observe this is the, we are moving from the negative to the positive terminal, means that is the plus V is equal to 0. Plus V is equal to 0. Means minus 2IR minus I into R by 2 is equal to minus C. Therefore, V is equal to 2IR plus minus I by R minus IR by 2. Therefore, V is equal to, this is the LCM is equal to 2, 4 into IR plus I into R. Therefore, V is equal to 5 into IR by 2. Actually, we want to find out the effective resistance. Here, voltage generally observed. V is equal to I into R according to the Ohm's law. According to the Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. Here, current is equal to how much? 3I. Current is equal to 3I. Therefore, V is equal to 3 into I into R effective. R effective. So that is the V by 3I is equal to R effective or R equivalent. R effective or maybe R equivalent. So here is also same. V by I is equal to 5 into R by 2. V by I is equal to 5 into R by 2. So but we want to find out the V by 3I is equal to, that is the 5R by 6. V by 3I is nothing but the R equivalent. R equivalent is equal to 5R by 6. So here, this is the effective resistance. This is the effective resistance across AB. This is the effective resistance across AB. So here same problem we will solve by using the another way, that is the equipotential method. Equipotential method. Try to observe what is the answer. Equivalent resistance here, that is the R equivalent is equal to 5R by 6. So right now by using that equipotential method also we are getting the same answer. Okay, try to observe. Same problem we are solving in another way. That is nothing but the equipotential method. Equipotential method. Here resistance is equal to R. This is a skeleton cube. All are the identical resistors. Resistance of each resistor is the R, small r. This is the A and this is the B. Or maybe take this one is the 1. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and this is the 8. So 1 and this is 7. Find R equivalent across the 1 and 7. Find R equivalent across the 1 and 7. That is nothing but the cube diagonal. Remember that. That is the cube diagonal. Here all the resistors are the same. That is the small r. Already by using the, that is the Kirchhoff laws. By using the Kirchhoff laws, we find out the effective resistance. But this is the another way how to find out the effective resistance. So imagine here, imagine one battery here. Imagine one battery across the 1 and 7. So here, from here onwards, 3 I amperes of the current is started from the positive terminal of the battery. So then, when that current is approaches the first junction, current passing through this one is the I, for this one is also I, for this one is also I. Again, here current is equal to I, this is also I and this one is also I. So if you observe this first one, from this is the first terminal 1. So from here onwards, 3 resistors are moving, that is the first one, this is the first resistor and this is the second one and this one is the third resistor. So first one, this is the 0.2 and the second one, this is the 0.4 and this is the 5. So observe here, this is the current passing through this resistor is equal to I by 2 and this one is also same I by 2. Observe, divide that one. Here this current approaches the junction, this is the current I by 2 and this one is the current I by 2. Again, when this current approaches the fourth junction I by 2 and again this is also I by 2. So here is also I by 2 and I by 2. I by 2 and I by 2. So this is the current distribution. First of all, this is the current distribution. So here same current is passing through these 3 resistors. Across the 1 and 2, across the 1 and 4 and across the 1 and 5. Same current is passing through those 3 resistors. Means potential difference across the 1 and 2 must and should equal to the potential difference across the 1 and 4. Must and should equal to the potential difference across the 1 and 5. Why? Because current passing through the each resistor is same. I amperes current only passing through the each resistor. So means here all the potentials are same. Okay, we will discuss that one later. Next one. From the second resistor, 2 more resistors are connected. Those are connected to the 3 and 6. So from here onwards, 2 resistors are connected. And again, next one, from 4 also 2 resistors are connected. Next, 5, from 5 also 2 resistors are connected. So observe here, so actually from 2 onwards 2 resistors that is connected to the 3 and 6. This is the 3 and 6. Next one, from 4 onwards that is connected to the, from 4 onwards that is connected to the 3 and 8. 3 and 8. This is the 3 and 8. 3 and 8. Next, from 5 onwards, 6 and 3. 6 and 8, not 3. 6 and 8. This is the 6 and 8. 6 and 8. If you observe, from these resistors, current passing through each resistor is the same. That is nothing but the I by 2. Current passing through the each resistor, that is nothing but the I by 2. Okay. Next one. Here these 2 are connected. That is from second onwards. Means from these 2, that is connected to the 7. This is connected to the 7. Yes. Yes, sorry, observe. Here six terminals, that is 2 terminals are there. This is the 6. Next 8 is also 2 terminals are there. Next 3 is also 2 terminals are there. So this is the combined 3, this is the 6 and this is the 8. From 3, 6 and 8, 3 resistors are connected to the 7th terminal. So from here onwards, one resistor is connected like this. From 6 onwards, one resistor is connected. From 8 onwards, one resistor is connected. That is connected to the 7.7. So here observe, here all the current passing through these 3 resistors is also same. Means here potential differences across the 7 and 3, 6, 8 is the same. At the same time, potential difference across the 1, 2, 4, 5, that is also same. Potential differences are same. That's why equal current is passing through all the resistors. So means I am changing that one. This is the point 1. So here I am taking this is the 2, 4, 5. So all are at the same potential. These 3 points are at the same potential. So means from 1 onwards, one resistor is connected to the 2. One resistor, another resistor connected to the 4. Another resistor connected to the 5. Next, here this is connected. Yes, this is the point something 2, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5. And this is the 3, 6, 8. And this is the point 7. So from here onwards also same. 3 resistors are connected like this. 3 to 7, 6 to 7, and from 8 to 7. 8 to 7. Here try to observe. 2 to 3, one resistor is there. 2 to 3, one resistor is there. Next, 2 to 6, one more resistor. And next one is the 4 to 3. 4 to 3. Next one, that is the 4 to 8. 4 to 8. Again 5 to 6. 5 to 6. Next one 5 to 8. 5 to 8. So here 6 resistors, these are the 3 resistors, and again these are the 3 resistors. 3 resistors, 6 resistors, 3 resistors. Total 12 resistors are complete. Right now observe, all these are connected in the parallel. All these are connected in the parallel. These 3 are connected in the parallel. So observe effective resistance across the 1 and 7. 1 and 7. Here our effective resistance is equal to R by 3. Here effective resistance is equal to R by 6. This one is the R by. Right now all these 3 resistors are connected in the series combination. Therefore effective resistance across 1, 7, that is equal to R by 3 plus R by 6 plus R by 2. LCM is equal to 6. This is the 2R plus R plus 2R. Therefore effective resistance is equal to 5R by 6. In the previous method, by using the Kirchhoff laws also, we find out the effective resistance. In that situation also we are getting the same answer. We got the same answer. Okay. Same 5R by 6. Here is also same 5R by 6. This is we are calling the equipotential method. Equipotential method. Okay, right. Next one is the, in case of the unbalanced Wheatstone bridge, how to solve the problem. Yes. Next one is the unbalanced Wheatstone bridge. Unbalanced Wheatstone bridge. In case of the balanced Wheatstone bridge, that is the easy. Middle resistor, that is the fake connection. So we remove that one. and first two resistors are connected in series, next two resistors are connected in series, again those two are connected in the parallel. Already we find out that such type of. In case of the unbalanced Wheatstone bridge, how to find out the effective resistance or equivalent resistance? So observe what is unbalanced Wheatstone bridge. Try to observe first. So in case of the balanced Wheatstone bridge, P by Q is equal to R by S. In case if I am taking this is the 10 ohms and this one is the 20 ohms, this is the 20 ohms and here this is also 10 ohms. Middle resistor, this one is the 10 ohms. Find out the effective resistance across AB. This is the given problem. So first of all, try to observe that is a balanced Wheatstone bridge or unbalanced Wheatstone bridge. This is the balanced Wheatstone bridge or unbalanced Wheatstone. Compulsory this is the unbalanced Wheatstone bridge. 10 by 20 is not equal to 20 by 10. 10 by 20 not equal to 20 by 10. This is the compulsory unbalanced Wheatstone bridge. In case of the unbalanced Wheatstone bridge, how to find out the effective resistance? For this, first we will learn about the conversion from delta to star and from star to delta. After that we are going to the problem. Okay. So remember, this is the problem. How to solve this problem? We will discuss that. First we are discussing about the conversion from the star to delta and from delta to star. Star to delta and from delta to star. Okay. So observe here. Observe here. Conversion of star to delta and from delta to star also. Star to delta and from delta to star also. Okay. So here I am taking the resistors like this. This is the star. Here first one R1, this is the R2 and this is the R2. Here delta, this is the delta. This is the RA, this is RB, and this one is the RC. First of all, how to convert this delta into the star, or maybe star into the delta. Okay, first one star to delta. So by using these three resistors, that is the R1, R2, R3, by using these three resistors, how to convert these three resistors into the star? Means here RA is nothing but this is the resistor, and RB this is the RC, and this one is the RB, that is the R. At the same time, here R1 means this is the R1, and this is the R2, and here this is the R2. R1, R2, R3. Say these three resistors are here. Okay, how to convert that one? First of all, by using this star into the delta, how to convert this star into the delta? In that situation, RA is equal to how much? First of all, RA is equal to, so that is nothing but the R1, R2 plus R2, R3 plus R3, R1 whole by opposite resistor for the RA, opposite resistor. This is the R1, this is R2 and this is the R3. So opposite resistor for the RA, that is nothing but the R by 3. Sorry, R3, not R by 3, R3. Similarly, for the RB is equal to how much? RB is equal to, numerator does not changes, that is the R1, R2 plus R2, R3 plus R3, R1 whole by, that is the opposite. Opposite is the R2. Opposite is R2. Next one, RC is equal to, numerator does not change, R1, R2 plus R2, R3 plus R3, R4 whole by R3, R1, not R4, R1 by whole by RC opposite, that is the R1. RA, RB, RC by using these three resistors, this star is converted into the delta. In that situation, what is the resistances of the Ra, Rb and Rc? These are the resistors. You remember, sir? You remember that one. So how we get this formula? That is the basic thing. No need. No need. For you there is no need. You remember that expressions. That enough. So here R1 is equal. In case they given the delta. They given the delta. How to convert that one into this star? How to convert that one into this star? Okay. So here R1 is equal to product of these two resistors. That is the Ra into Rb by Ra plus Rb plus Rc. Sum of the three resistors. Ra plus Rb plus Rc. Next, what about the R2? R2 is equal to product of these two. That is nothing but Ra into Rc whole by Ra plus Rb plus Rc. Next, R3 is equal to how much? Product of these two. Rb into Rc by Ra plus Rb plus Rc. Ra plus Rb plus. This is the from delta to star. Delta to star. This is the from star to delta. This is the delta to star. So here in this problem we are using this concept. In this problem we are using this concept. Then that problem becomes easy. When we are using this concept, the problem becomes easy. Yes, how that is? Observe. So right now for this one, I am converted this delta into this star. So delta into this star means we are using this concept. So I am not using this one right now. Okay, I am using this one. Yes. Observe here. I am drawing the big diagram. Unbalanced piston which this is the 10 ohms, 20 ohms, this is the 20 ohms and this one is the 10 ohms and middle resistor is also 10 ohms. Find out the effective resistance across the AB. In this situation, directly we does not find out the effective resistance across the AB. So in this situation, we have converted this delta into this star by using that expression. This is delta is converted into this star. Means how to convert that one? Yes, observe here. This is the resistance. Means product of these two by sum of these three resistors. Again, product of these two by sum of the three resistors. Again here, product of these two by sum of the three resistors. Try to observe. Yes. So here, this is equivalent to this is the 10 ohms resistor. 20 ohms resistor and right now observe. So here resistance is equal to how much? Product of these two resistors by sum of the resistors. 20 into 10 that is nothing but the 200. 200 by sum of the resistors 40. 200 by 40. 200 by 40 means that is nothing but the 5 ohms. Here right now this one is equal to 5 ohms. Next one. Here this resistance is equal to how much? This resistance is equal. Product of these two by sum of the resistance. 100 by 40 means that is the 2.5. Here resistance is equal to, this is the 2.5 ohms. That resistance is equal to 2.5 ohms. So next one, here this resistance is equal to how much? Product of these two by sum of the three resistors. That is a 200 by 40. Right now that one becomes a 5 ohms. This is the point. Observed problem becomes easy right now. So here these two are connected in a series combination. These two are also connected in a series combination. Effect of this combination. Find out that one. So this is the point A. Here the effective resistance is equal to 15 ohms and this one is equal to 22.5 ohms. This is the 22.5 ohms. This is the 15 ohms. Again here 5 ohms resistor is there. This is the big 5 ohms resistor. Right now these two are connected in a parallel combination. Effective resistance is equal to how much? R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. For this one, effective resistance is equal to 15 into 22.5 by 15 plus 22.5. That is the yes. So this one is equal to 9 times and this one is equal to 15 times. These two are cancelled. Yes. Here effective resistance is equal to 9 ohms and this one is the 5 ohms resistor that is connected in series. Here effective resistance, we want to find out the R effective across AB, that is equal. Both are connected in series combination, that is nothing but 5 plus 9, that is equal to 14 ohms. Here this is the effective resistance in case of the unbalanced Wheatstone bridge. In case of the unbalanced Wheatstone bridge, we are using this conversions, delta to star and from this star to delta. Here in this situation we are using the delta to star. Okay, I hope this is very clear, I think. So you practice more number of the problems. In this one you practice more number of the problems, then you are perfect. Okay, yes. Again, once again we will come with the one more topic. Okay, all of you, thank you, bye.